August 1st, 2023. Looks like the tape let go right up here. But when you pull it back a little bit, I guess it's not completely let go. You can see right here, there is fusion. So those have already started growing together right there, so that's pretty cool. All right, folks, back when I got more to show you. September 23rd, 2023. Back when I got more to show you. October 14th, 2023. It's getting a little buggy, so I'm gonna have to clean this thing up real quick here. But one thing I'm noticing is that this branch is taking over the vigor from this whole trunk right here. So I'm gonna have to get rid of this one so everything comes back over here and starts feeding this one again. Let's go ahead and take care of that. And there we have her. Got a big old chop taken out right here. Hopefully that'll heal up nicely. Still waiting for some swelling to happen in this area. Big old gap in the trunk, but that's okay. Rewrap the top as well. Just trying to change it up a little bit and really get that thing to fuse together nicely. All right, folks, back when I got more to show you. January 15th, 2023. I think I've come into a problem with this fusion project that I've got here. Now let me show you. All right, excuse the shaky camera here, but I think some of the issues I'm having is that this main trunk has become the only trunk that's actually working for this thing. And these two here in the back have kind of died off. This wound here that I cut that branch off before, you can see here. You can see here the heel is actually pulling away from the trunk a little bit, which tells me it's rotten and dying inside of there. I've done the scratch test a few times, and it's still green inside of there. Oh, no, it's actually looking kind of brown. Still green inside of there when I do a scratch test, but I don't think it's doing much for the actual tree. I think where it's all fused together up here, all the nutrients are coming from the main trunk here, and then where it fuses together up there, that feeds all the other branches. So I don't know how to fix that problem. Problem number two that I'm having is there's a bit of a smell coming from the soil. So, or from the substrate. So I'm gonna have to give this thing a repot and figure out what's dead down there and get it out. All right, give me 1 minute here. All right, that root system's not looking too bad. This is gonna be more of the front of the tree, maybe somewhere in there. Doing some trimming already, but I'm gonna keep going. But the root plane, not looking too bad. All right, let's get this thing back in there. And we're back. All potted back up. There's the angle I kind of like with her. No real root rot going on. I don't know what the smell was, but maybe something in there was going bad, but root ball actually looks pretty decent. Now, as long as I can stay on top of that scale, keep her going. Back when I got more to show you. It is February 19th, 2024. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm correct with the fact that this thing is kind of killing off these original trunks down here. And mainly just using this main trunk here for its growth. So I decided I'd try something here. You can see here, in these little gaps, I've packed some sphagnum moss, just straight sphagnum moss, right in that little gap right there. And I'm hoping maybe if I keep it moist, maybe it'll promote some root growth in there, and that'll help to fill in those gaps and help to thicken the base of this trunk up here. All right, folks, back when I got more to show you. All right, folks, it is late September 2024, and a little update on my Ficus Benjamina variegated, but mainly the Fusion project. Well past the need for having any of this on there, so I'm going to go ahead and cut that off. We don't necessarily have full fusion all the way down the trunk line. Got some sphagnum moss in there. I'm hoping that it would grow some roots in that sphagnum, but it didn't stay wet enough while I had it outside in the greenhouse all summer. So not really the greenhouse, just the poly tent, throw up real quick greenhouse that I used this year. My first time getting these things outside, what I noticed is that she definitely took off, right? We got plenty of growth up here. Definitely needs a haircut. But I only had like 2 months outside, and 2 months was not long enough for me to get her to drop one set of leaves and set out a whole new flush. There was some new flush, but she never dropped the old leaves, which is crazy to me. So I'm gonna give her a quick haircut here, and then be back when I got something else to show you here. And there she is, trim-backed. Not too drastic, but I'm really hoping to get some back budding, so I still want to let some of the stuff grow out a little bit, and then I can cut it back later. But definitely put her into check, so hopefully we can start balancing some of that vigor. It is a little bit stronger on the left side than the right side, but the right side's being built out by this little tiny trunk over here on the left. And the left side's being built out with the back trunk, which is a lot more healthy. So, I need to try to strengthen this one up by letting it grow and then getting some more vigor, chopping back some of the upward growth so that it grows a little bit more outwards. And this one here, I'm just trying to get some more back branching so I can kind of keep it in check. All right, folks, she's gonna go get a bath, kill all the bugs that may have gotten into that soil and those leaves and eggs that might be in there. And then she'll go back into the grow tent. Back when I got more to show you. Hello there. It is November 11th, 2024. And as you can see, the Ficus Fusion is doing rather well. She's quite healthy right now. This trunk here is still alive. I've definitely figured that out. Let me get my little pointers. Where'd they go? This trunk here is still alive, and she squirrels off to the back side here and comes out right there. I'm still trying to leave some vigor in that one, but I do need to trim her up because the internodes are just getting a little bit too long. And same for this one here. Obviously, this branch is just crazy long with huge internodes, like 2 or 3 inches between those nodes. So that one's definitely getting trimmed back as well. And then the main trunk coming up here, goes off kind of more towards the back and gives the back of the tree. The internodes in that one actually stayed pretty tight, but I still want to get her cut back a little bit. So we're going to go through and see what we can do with her. For example, well, no examples needed. For this one here, we definitely don't need this coming down to here. Well, yeah, let's keep that one, but we'll get the branching with it. And then this one here starting to grow upwards again, providing part of my canopy, so I definitely want to keep that there. This big one coming up all the way through here. She does have a downward facing branch here, and then another branch there that goes outwards, but I mean, geez, it's 4 inches before you get to that internode. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut her off right back. Well, we got one facing up. I don't really want that one growing up. Right back to there. Let her do her thing. One coming off the front here. I've got one that faces down, and I believe, oh no, I thought I had another branch coming off it, but that one died. But I will cut this one back to here. Now that one do me good, where I cut it off before. I'll tell you what, we'll cut it back to here first. Get rid of the ends. And this one looks like there is a bud starting to push out right there, so we'll go ahead and cut that back to there. Get rid of that leaf so she can get some light. And now the top space in, one growing in, one growing out. I don't want this one growing back in, so we'll cut that one off. This branch here is kind of crossing over the rest of the tree. Don't really want that. Get her cut down. Coming out here to this side, I do like. It's got one branch growing up, one branch growing up. I think we'll get rid of, well, 2 branches growing up and 2 branches growing out. So we'll get rid of this top one. And as we follow that up, you're just clogging up the light. Oh, pruning stub here. Yeah, I think we'll cut this out. We've got 2 more buds pushing out underneath those leaves. And this one's already started to branch. Actually, let's just cut it back to there. Let that branch do its thing. This branch here, still want to just let her grow, get a little more healthy, a little more vigor to her. This branch kind of competing, but at the same time it's part of the tiny trunk, so I want to leave her alone. This branch growing out the back doesn't look very healthy or vigorous, but I'll let her do her thing. Now we got the main big trunk up front here, growing out this direction. You can see nothing back here, not until we get all the way up to here. But up here we got plenty of options. So I'll cut that piece off. Let those other 2 branches start to grow. On this one, I'll shoot this one too. Coming down, got another branch there, so we'll cut you at least back to there. You got another node that could grow another one. Get rid of this leaf. Some sunburn from being outside. Growing out the inside here, get rid of that. I think everything beyond here is it's just competing. There's another one shooting up from just behind there, so we'll let her do her thing. This one's got another branch coming out just below this node, so I'll take some of the vigor out. Let it focus on that other branch. Definitely 2 crossing branches right there. I'm gonna get rid of this whole thing up here. Get some bigger scissors. Since she already has the buds to do it. And this branch here, let's get rid of all that. Now as I'm looking at this medium trunk in the back here, she's got some branching happening there. Kind of going back to the inside. Go ahead and cut that one out. Getting some light to see what's going on over here. I'm gonna cut this one back another one. This one's got a big internode here with a branch coming off. And then a medium internode, and then both of these. So we're just gonna get rid of all of this. And this. Now this branch here Crosses over the trunk line, goes out the back of the tree. Probably don't need that. She's got to go. She's crossing too many other trunk lines. It's definitely brought her in a lot more compact than she was. This has got to go, way too big of a node. Same for this. This leaf has done its job. This leaf has done its job. This leaf has done its job. This little branch in here, I don't think I want this one. As it comes back inside the tree. I think this side's just causing too much congestion here, so let's get rid of that. So yeah, this back trunk here is definitely alive. The wound started healing up a lot better again as well. Hopefully, I don't know if you can see it. Get my arm out of the way. That's healed up quite a bit. Definitely don't need these rocks on here anymore. That's a cool one. Looking at it from the back, it's still pretty ugly. You can definitely see all three trees. And the little one just not doing the best, but still doing it. The one in the back here has got a trunk going off this way and a trunk, no, yeah, and the trunk, yep, main trunk going off this way. I'm liking the movement in here. Hoping for some back budding, but I'm not seeing it yet. 3 branches on the top, all of them trimmed back except for the very top one. But it's still pretty green, I don't want to trim it yet. At least now she's back to being a little more compact and not covering up all the other trees around her, all the other stuff in the grow tent. And to be quite honest, I'm a little bit bored with this project. I don't necessarily know that I want to keep going with her. But after that, I might just get rid of this one. She's not necessarily one of my more favorite ones. And when I was first learning with tropicals, I ended up propagating just a crap ton of these Benjaminas. And I don't want all of these Benjaminas anymore, so I might trade this one out. See if somebody else wants to trade me for it or somebody wants to buy it off me. All right, folks. Like it if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to follow along. Any comments, questions, concerns, violent criticism, please leave them in the comment section below. And as always, back when I got more to show you.